This is Holding Court with Patrick McEnroe.
So let's get to now Mr. Alcaraz. Absolutely phenomenal. I watched the match with Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas actually got off to a pretty good start, got a quick break. But Alcaraz, like you said, Van, about those all-time greats, just completely unfazed by whatever happens out there. He's got this confidence without being cocky. He just got this belief system. And boy, does he have the arsenal to back it up when you talk about the game, the firepower, the movement, the defense, and also the ability to come forward and bring his opponent forward, which he does on clay more than any other player I think I've ever seen.
On his terms.
Right.
See, the whole secret to ever bringing anybody forward, and you know this, and anybody who really studies the game, bringing them forward on your terms is complete offense. You wouldn't think because it looks like they're on offense because they're coming to net. But it's in the case of somebody like Alcaraz, who has probably the greatest pinpoint passing shots of all time and has every single potential shot at his disposal. Even if you're backing him up and he's got all his weight on his back foot and he's leaning back all the way, he's got a flick lob that's going to just absolutely crush you when you were thinking that you're going to get a high volley. And then God forbid he's stepping into a ball. I mean, you might as well just absolutely, say your prayers. I mean, I remember, I'm going to date myself a long time ago when I was out there with you and helping some of our mutual friends. Andre hitting the ball when he won the Australian Open in 2001. We went to 5,000 feet in Harare, Zimbabwe for
Right.
Davis Cup the week after he beat Kafelnikov in the finals.
Right.
And Andre Agassi was hitting the ball as hard as Alcaraz is now in regards to the time.
Timing off both wings, yeah.
Yeah, I remember being at the net and fearing for my life. Literally fearing for my life. Like, he could hit me
at will.
At will. He could hit me with a ground stroke. No, I'm not talking about like a ball he's running into the court. I'm at the net, and it's terrifying. And Alcaraz is a terrifying presence if you're his opponent.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And what I love about what he does, I mean, we talk about the drop shot, yes, but and I've seen this when we do this at our tennis academy. When we actually, one of the themes we had a week ago was using all the court. So I was trying to explain to the kids, drop shot, great, but actually, how about just using that part of the court, right? Like from the service line inside that court, because there's so much room there that doesn't get used. And the first guy who from my time, I'm sure go back in era, people would say, there are great Aussies that did it. But the first guy I remember doing it on clay actually wasn't a great clay court play. It was Becker. Becker started to play that slice backhand short because that was a way for him to get out of the rallies. And it was an effective shot. Then, Roger obviously took it to another level on all surfaces with his ability to hit the forehand, inside the box with topspin. Then obviously you had Rafa, on clay with his angle. But this guy, Alcaraz, I mean, yes, he hits great drop shots, but he actually doesn't even have to hit a great drop shot most of the time because you have to be aware and cognizant of his firepower. So when he lines up the forehand, after he's run you 2 or 3 times, you have to be, as you said, Van, on your heels. And then he just plays it short, and sometimes it's a dead drop shot winner. But even a couple times against Tsitsipas, it wasn't even that great of a drop shot. It landed like fairly close to the service line, but it's a dead winner because he set it up and he's using that part of the court in a way that I got to be honest, I haven't seen anybody be able to use it that often and that well.
Well, you've said it so clearly in regards to using the court. I think the game has evolved again to the point where you have to be an all-around tennis player. I mean, whether it's your volleying or it's your using of the entire, 39 by 36 singles and a little bit. You have to be able to use every inch of it if you want to penetrate defense, like we were talking about earlier. If you want to penetrate that defense, and I always say to my students or anybody that's interested in learning about the game, is that the whole secret to hitting tennis is hitting the shot that they don't think you're going to hit. So if they think you're going to hit the ball deep, hit it short. If they think you're going to hit it short, hit it deep. And that's how you get them yipping up and back and not reacting as quickly and clearly as they should to your shots, or if they were in a rhythm. And that's what's happening. I mean, I saw so many outright drop shot winners this past weekend. Right. It was insane. No, it was, I mean, where they didn't get to them. And these guys are jet fast. I mean, these guys are really, really fast. And for them not to get to the ball is because their opponent is dropping them when they're thinking they have to worry about healing up and worrying about power.
Holding Court is powered by Mudhouse Media.